Hi guys, a very good morning. Mamukase. So I'm back kuti titaure about Mkomago Godfrey Tsenengamu. So what is happening is that Godfrey Tsenengamu is caught in between. Munasina direction, asingejazwet which side. Why am I saying so is because he's somebody who does not know the outcome of the upcoming Congress ZANU PF. Kuti upcoming Congress ZANU PF ikabuda iri kuside re-opponent yake iye, what is going to happen to him? So his political career is ended, and he's trying to revive himself through Nelson Chamisa or through other important people. So if you look onto the side of G40 is done and dusted. That is the reason why they are trying to use Nelson Chamisa for their own benefit. But let us take a look onto this statement first. Then we get to the conclusion, because it's a very important statement.
There is no way ZANU PF is going to get 50% if you look at what's happening in that party. ED himself has lost confidence in his party, which is why he has created his parallel structures. Very soon we hear there are journalists for ED. Because we have seen Mawindi for ED, graduates for ED, pastors for ED. He knows people in his ZANU PF don't like him. So he has resorted to creating his own structures. So the people in his ZANU PF, those we have talked to, are not going to vote for ED, but are also not ready to vote for CCC. And they've asked us to come up with a third way. And I can confirm what Bima said, if I'm not mistaken, that some members in ZANU PF are working with the opposition. Indeed, we are working with them. Because they are not happy with what is happening in that party. And they are not going to vote for you. And there is nothing that we are going to do about that. They are going to vote for the third way. We have asked them to remain part of that ZANU PF structure for their protection, so that the farms are not taken away from them, so that vending spaces are not taken away from them, so that they are not chased away from ranks, so that they are not victimized and bullied. But they are ready to vote the third way.
So what is very important to note at this moment is that Godfrey Tsenengamu is speaking about working with people within ZANU PF, to say there are certain people within ZANU PF who they are working with, who are disgruntled. And he's saying that those people are not willing to join fees at this moment in time, just because they are in ZANU PF because of farms, they're in ZANU PF because of their vending stores, they're in ZANU PF because of their positions. So you will see the reason why we say ZANU PF and all its components should go together is because these people are not in politics because of change. They are in politics because of their personal benefits. That is the difference between Tsenengamu and his cabal and Nelson Chamisa and his team. Nelson Chamisa is willing to lose everything and anything for the sake of the people. MDC Alliance, MDC-T, was taken, everything was taken away from Nelson Chamisa. He stood on principle. He stood with the people, he stood with the masses. But Tsenengamu is speaking about people who are within the ZANU PF party ranks, who are not willing to leave their benefits for the people, who are not willing to lose their farms for the people, who are not willing to lose their vending stores for the people. Yet we are in the struggle because we have lost a lot. Some of us, we lost jobs. Some of us, we lost remuneration. Some of us, we lost everything we had for the sake of change, for the sake of pursuing change, just because we didn't want to be quiet. So you will see the difference between Nelson Chamisa and Tsenengamu here. What Tsenengamu is explaining to say people are not going to vote for Nelson Chamisa, blah, blah. ZANU PF people who are within ZANU PF, these are people who have benefited farms, who have benefited vending stores, who are benefiting from the party ranks. Vanhu ava havafe vakavhotera change. That is the honest truth. So we don't care about those people. We care about the people who are suffering, the masses who are suffering in the rural areas, who do not have land, who do not have water, who do not have schools, they don't have anything to lose. They don't have anything to lose. These are the people we are targeting. So you see, Tsenengamu is lying to himself. Together with these handlers, they are lying to themselves to say we have masses. You cannot say you have masses une vanhu vakaita sana pamwe uri kupiwa support nevanhu vakaita sana Louis Matutu nerimwewo timu rinenge richingoriwo mukati imomo risiri kufara just because vana Passion Java ndo vaakudya, vana Mike Mombe ndo vaakudya. Vanhu vasiri kufara just because of chakadaro for ED. Those are tiny votes dzauri kutaura nezvadzo. Isisu, we are talking about people who are suffering in Dotito, Chendambuya, Mwenezi, Binga, Rushinga, everywhere. Those are the people we are talking about. When we are talking about Nelson Chamisa support, we are talking about those people who are suffering, who have been suffering. So you see the difference. So never allow these people to lie or to manipulate you. Nelson Chamisa anavanhu, Nelson Chamisa this and that. You are saying ZANU PF is not going to get 50% of the vote. You are saying ZANU PF is going to lose. Equally, if ZANU PF gets less than 50%, what are you going to get yourself? Because honestly speaking, Nelson Chamisa chero zvikanzi zvaita sei hashaye 50%. So Nelson Chamisa akawana 50%. What are you going to get as a fees, as the third way? Because imimi se third way, what you are going to take is that proponent yeZANU PF yamagara muinayo, that proportion yeZANU PF vashoma vacho. You're just going to divide ZANU PF and nothing more. So why should we fear you? Why should we afraid when you speak? You have not participated in any by-election. For you to be a candidate, you now need 20,000. Not only that, for you to have 270 MPs, you now need 270,000 United States dollars. What about the senators? That is 40, around 80 by 100. So you see where Gayo Tsenengamu kuti what you are saying is nonsense. You say what you're saying is nonsense. You need to voter inspection fees. Where are you going to get that money? So the honest truth is that you are being used by ZANU PF to forward an agenda. Just because you know kuti if your favorite candidate akafoira pa ZANU PF Congress or macourts zvikaramba macourts, you now to try you now want to try another way. But you're not going to manipulate us. You're not going to force us to work with you. We have had enough. We are not here for positions. We are here for change. We are not demanding positions from CCC. We are demanding change. Isisu tiri kutodemanda kuti Nelson Chamisa apinde so that the economy begins to work. Economy painotanga kushanda, that is where we are going to benefit, because we are going to get my licenses to my television licenses. We are going to get my radio licenses. We are going to get funding from the banks. We are vanhu chaicho vanenge vane mari and could pick my content atinenge tichiita. We are going to get money yeku create whatever content we want in a functional economy. That is what we are pursuing, because we are entrepreneurs. So you will see kuti you are fighting for your stomachs. While at least we are fighting to create jobs, we are fighting to make sure that we create millionaires, we are fighting to make sure that each and every person benefits. You uri kufighting position yako nefamu rako rauri kurima wega. You see the difference? So vanhu vari kurwira mafarms, vanhu vari kurwira ivo matumbu avo and their positions, vari kurwira kudriver a Ford Ranger, ndo vanhu vatiri kurwisana navo panapa, the kind of people we are dealing with. So whatever third way yavanouya vachitiparidzira vachitaura nezvayo, ye-third way this, ye-third way that, third way yenyu itai musingatauri about CCC, musingamanikidzire Nelson Chamisa to do the dirty work for you. The reason why Tsenengamu in the same press statement said that Nelson Chamisa is popular, Nelson Chamisa ndiye ane vanhu, but he is weak, is because he understands the power of Nelson Chamisa. He understands the position of Nelson Chamisa. So you see wega Tsenengamu sha kuti iwewe hauna dhiri. Honestly speaking, Tsenengamu hauna dhiri. Zvakudza chokwadi. Isusu we are young. Tiri kuda maopportunities. Vanhu vedu vari kutambura, vabereki vedu vari kutambura, hama dzedu dziri kutambura, hakuna zvipatara, hakuna zvikoro, hakuna maroads, hakuna mabasa. Those are the issues we are facing. So it's not about me. It's about the whole community yandinobva inini. Whole community yandinobva. It's about that community. Not only that community, it's about the whole nation. But it starts on the community level. So for you to come and try to manipulate us and tell us you're nonsense, you're not known anyway. Tsenengamu, at this moment in time, Tsenengamu is not known by anybody. Utanzi fees, chino the fees. Ukatotaura nezvefees, vanhu vatokumhanyisa kuti iwe ndeifingo pati uri kutaura nezvaiwo. People are honest and they're saying istongoziva Chamisa naMnangagwa. Those are the people whom they know. Vamwe vese ava, these are just side shows. Mari dzacho muchadziwana kupi dzekuti mufilde 270 MPs. Ike zvine zvameno nenhengi iyi yakazoiswa yemayouth, kuti proportional yakazoiswa yemayouth kuti vanenge vavangana. Ameno kuti mari yacho muchaiwana kupi? Where are you going to get that money? That is the question. So we know kuti you want to capitalize on Nelson Chamisa. Number one, you know kuti Nelson Chamisa ane mari. Number two, you know kuti Nelson Chamisa ane support anodiwa nevanhu. Number three, you know kuti Nelson Chamisa is the only way out of these problems. But because you know kuti Nelson Chamisa akapinda amuchadya, you now want to blend. Mude kutitira zvatakaitirwa nanakuda kwashe basket panapa nana JP Jabon. But izvezvi zvari kupi? Vese vakasvotoka, vese vakarova pasi. And Nelson Chamisa is aware of that. So we are not going to allow you to manipulate us. You are not going to allow you wakato destroy a future yako wega. You had your own opportunity. We are not going to allow you to manipulate us. We are not going to allow you to manipulate our young people. So leave Nelson Chamisa out of your own battles in ZANU PF. Kana une vanhu vako vauri kuda iwewe. Bring your own people. Why is that those people are afraid to launch their own political organizations? Mchingoya mchiti third way, this, third way, that. Why is that the person Arukutuma is afraid to speak on his own? Why is he afraid? You're working with people who are actually running away from Zimbabwe. Why are they running away from Zimbabwe? So tajaira this narrative, guys. Tajaira this narrative. And we're not going to let you do whatever you want. We're not going to let you tarnish the image of our president. We're not going to let you fight us each and every day. Takanyarara. We are not going to be silent. So thank you very much. Anzina Jacob Mchuchu. CCC is the party. Yes, thank you very much, Jacob, for that very valuable contribution. So, honestly speaking, Tsenengamu, you have acknowledged your way, Kuti, you are there for my farms, you are there for positions, for cars, you are there for remuneration, you are there for my vending stores. You are not there for the people. It seems we have lost everything. We have lost everything. My benefits, takaruza. Just because we said Nelson Chamisa ngapinde, tikaruza everything. So do you think tinoswera tichinyengera nonsense? And never think it will be paid for us to do whatever we are doing. We are not going to be paid. We don't need any payment. We don't need any payment. What we want is a free Zimbabwe. What we want is a functional Zimbabwe. And I notice that people could easily invest, people could easily get into business. Muno Zimbabwe network checha yatina. Network checha, internet checha, iri kutonetsa. Magetsi ari kutonetsa. So, why do you think you are relevant? Why do you think you are relevant as a Godfrey Tsenengamu? Anzi machinaniganzi ese ari kuzikanwa President Chamisa and the citizens movement is the game changer in town. So this is it in Zimbabwe. I just brought this issue. I thought it was very important because I find it awkward from Godfrey Tsenengamu's presser. So if you came late, please revisit the beginning of this video. I placed that video from Godfrey Tsenengamu, paangachitaura nonsense dzake. And particularly, he was saying that takati vanhu ngavagare muZANU PF imomo, so that havatorerwe mafarms avo, havatorerwe mavending stores avo, havabviswe pazvigaro zvavo. And the question is why? It's because they want positions, not the people. And anything ZANU PF, we must do away with it. Let us have change iri pure. Nelson Chamisa should have a pure team isiri blended nevanhu vari corrupted veZANU PF vari kumhanyira zvigaro. Zvezvigaro izvi ndosaka uchiona kuna vanhu vari kuchemera mastructures right now is because of zvigaro. And I applaud Nelson Chamisa for that, because it is exposing vanhu varoda zvigaro. Vanhu vanoda zvigaro kwete ugaro. And I applaud President Nelson Chamisa for that. Let us meet in other episodes and other programs. My name is Ronald. Welcome, Makosha.